Hi guys, I want to give you a little background on division before we get started with this part of our module. So division is basically when you take a large group of something and break it into smaller equal groups. So you might see a division problem that looks like this. This looks like a little house. Sometimes you'll see division equations that have this sort of layout. If you do, the part inside the little house is called a dividend. That's the big number that you're breaking down into equal groups. The divisor is the number of groups that you're breaking your big number into. And the quotient is the value inside each group. So the number you have inside each group, that's the quotient. That's what we usually consider our answer in division. So let's say, so I've got my lovely visual aid, that we're going to take the number 8. I have 8 tangerines, and I'm going to break them into 4 equal groups. So first, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 tangerines. I have 4 groups, and right now I've got 1 in each group. So I've got 4 left over, so I'm going to put 1 more in each group. So now I've got 4 groups and 2 in each group. So our quotient for this problem is 2 because there are 2 tangerines in each of the 4 groups. So our quotient is going to be 2. Now, let's say you see a division problem that looks like this. Exactly the same concept. It just looks different. So in this configuration, if you see this kind of equation, the number on the left side is the dividend. So that's the big number. The number here in blue is the divisor. That's the number of groups we're breaking our big number into. And then the quotient is how much is in each group. So in this case, I've got 8 tangerines again. I'm going to break it down into 3 groups. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Here are my 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but I still have 5 tangerines left over, so I'm going to put 1 more in each group. So now I've got 2 in each group. See that? 2 in each group. So, but I've got 2 left over. If I put those 2 into a group, you notice that this one doesn't have an equal amount. Division is all about equal groups. So I can't add 2 more tangerines because each of my groups won't have an equal amount. So these are what is called a remainder. This is what's left over. I can't break this into an equal group. So my quotient here is going to be 2. I'm going to try to make a 2 upside down. All right, I did it. And we have something called a remainder that I wrote in orange. Remainder, orange, because tangerines. So I've got 2 left over. That's my remainder. So my remainder here is going to be 2. So in this case, my answer is going to be, my quotient is 2, but my remainder is also 2. Now, an important thing to remember about remainders can never be bigger than the divisor. So if you have a remainder of 5, but a divisor of 3, then you can still take 5 and put it into 3 groups. You can still give away more if you have more than the divisor, or if you have a number that's the same as the divisor. Your remainder always has to be smaller than the divisor, okay? That's another little pro tip from me to you. Okay, so this is a little bit of a introduction into the world of division. Bye, guys.